So good morning students. So yesterday we discussed about in PhD1 chemistry how many chapters are there? How many chapters were there? Total 14 chapters in there. So already discussed what is the chapter names. So how many marks will come each chapter, and what about the blueprint? So what about your examination, board examination pattern? Okay. So today we are going to discuss about Unit 3. Unit 3, classification of elements and periodicity and properties. So today we are going to discuss about chapter number 3, classification of elements and periodicity, its properties. So from this chapter, 4 marks is there. From this chapter, it is belongs to inorganic chapter. So 4 marks will come from this chapter. So out of this 4 marks, 1 mark question is 1 plus 3 marks question. Total 4 marks. Out of this 4 marks, 1 mark question is 1. 3 mark question is 1. Total 4 marks. See, let us come to the chapter. So classification of elements and periodicity properties. So already I know. So all elements are basic units of all types of matter. All elements are basic unit of all elements are basic unit of all types of matter. All types of matter. So all elements are basic unit of all types of matter. So in this matter already, so what is the matter? So matter is solid state is there, liquid state is there, and gaseous state is there. So all elements are basic unit of all types of matter. So already, so our known elements. So known elements, how many known elements is there? Known elements, totally known elements, 118 elements. How many elements? Total known elements are 118. So out of this 118, 94 is naturally occurring elements. That means in that act is available 94 naturally occurring elements. So remaining all are artificial. That is man-made elements. See, total how many elements is there? 118 elements is there. So in that 94 elements are naturally occurring elements. So remaining all are artificial. That is man-made elements. So remaining are how many elements? Remaining all are man-made elements. Okay. See, this each element is very important. Why? Because matters, all types of matter. So matter is nothing but what? So it is maybe solid or liquid or gases or another substance. So these all matters are made up of element. So elements are combined molecules. Molecules are combined matter. So like that. So that all types of matter is included in that elements are present. So total 118 elements. So coming to the why do need classify the elements? 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 So why it is necessary to classify the elements? Why it is classify the elements? 108 elements. Why do we need classify the elements? See here, in 1800 times, that means in 1800 times, since In 1800th century, only 31 elements only known. And after that 65 years, that means 1865 years, it is becoming a double. In the 1800th century, 31 elements. In the 1865, it is become 62 elements. Known elements. So many scientists was discovered. So many scientists' efforts, they introduced so many elements. Okay, known elements or man-made elements. So each element, it is very difficult to the study of the properties of element. Each element, 118 elements is there. Each element, it is very difficult to study of the chemistry of the elements. Chemistry means nothing but properties, their physical properties, chemical properties. It is very difficult. 118 elements. So that's why they are systematically arranged the elements. They are arranged. Scientists were arranging 180 elements systematically. Systematically classification of elements. Provides clear idea. Systematically arranged. So many scientists were observed so many elements. So each element, it is very difficult to the chemistry of each element. It is very difficult to study. So for example, we have already sodium, potassium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus. Each element is very difficult to study of the chemistry. So that's why they are arranged systematically. So systematically classification of elements provides clear idea, information about properties of element, and it makes to easily predict the properties of the elements. So why do we need classify the elements? Why do we need classify the elements? So systematically we classify. So systematic classification provides clear information and idea about the properties of elements. Clear idea and information about the properties of elements. It makes easy to predict of the elements of property. It makes predict of the element of the properties. Is it clear? So why do we need classify the elements? So it is because of all elements at a time. It is very difficult to study of the chemistry of the elements. All elements at a time. So that's why scientists were arranged systematically. Elements are arranged systematically. So what is the use of systematically? Systematically classification of elements provides clear idea and gives information about the properties of elements, and it makes to easy predict the properties of each element. So that's why systematically we arrange this 118 elements because of easily predict the properties of the elements, like physical properties, chemical properties, and atomic weight. So see every properties, density, melting point, boiling point. These all arranged systematically. Systematically you can arrange the elements. Then systematically is the melting point, boiling point is there. So that's why we arrange the elements in systematically. Systematic classification of elements provides a clear idea and information about the properties of elements. It makes to predict each element. Okay. So let us discuss. So periodic classification. Let us discuss periodic classification. Genesis of periodic classification. So already in your 10th standard, in your SSC. Okay. So periodic classification. So in that, so many signs were observed, so many elements, so many signs are discovered, so many elements. So in that, first scientist was observed. So discover the elements, that is Dobereiner. Scientist. So Dobereiner's So triad is a set of three elements. What is the meaning of triad? Triad. What is the meaning of triad? A set of three elements. A set of three elements having similar properties. A set of three elements having similar properties. A set of three elements. A set of three elements. Elements having same property, similar properties. Similar properties is called triad. What is the meaning of triad? What is the meaning of triad? A set of three elements having similar properties called triad. Tri means three, di means two, tetra means four, like tri-or. So a set of three elements having similar properties. Similar properties means what is the properties? What is the meaning of properties? So properties like physical properties, chemical properties, like physical properties, melting point, boiling point. Okay. So density, temperature, like that. So in chemical property means oxidation and reduction. Okay. So it is involved the chemical reaction. What is oxidation reagent? Reducing reagent, that is chemical property. So what is the meaning of triad? Triad means a set of three elements having similar properties is called triads. So Dobereiner is only introduced the law of triad. So triad means a set of three elements having similar properties called triad. What is the Dobereiner's law of triad? What is the law? Okay. So he arranged the elements increasing order of atomic weight. He arranged the elements increasing atomic weight. Okay. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to the middle element. This is called Dobereiner's law of triad. What is the Dobereiner's law of triad? So if he was arranged the elements, their atomic weight. Okay, so mean atomic weight of first and third elements is equal to the middle element. That is called Dobereiner's law of triads. What is the Dobereiner's law of triads? Okay, so triad means a set of three elements having similar properties for triad. What is the Dobereiner's law of triad? So it is law. So he was arranged the elements in the increasing order of atomic weight. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to the middle element. This is called Dobereiner's law of triad. Triad is 3. Okay, if he was arranged the elements, arrange the three elements, increasing order of their atomic weight. He was arranging the three elements, increasing order of their atomic weight. Okay. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element. So he was arranged the three elements, increasing order of their atomic weight. The mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to the middle element. This is the law of triads. Dobereiner's law. This is called law. Dobereiner's law of triad. See, what is the triad? A set of three elements having similar properties called triad. So double elements law of triad means he was arranged the elements, that is three elements, increasing order of their atomic weight. The mean atomic weight of first and third elements is equal to the middle element. This is called Dobereiner's law of triad. Dobereiner's law of triads. Is it clear? For example, you can take A, B, C is there. It is the atomic weight. For example, A, B, C atomic weight. A, B, C. So B atomic weight, that is equal to the arithmetic mean atomic weight of the first element. This is first element. This is second element. This is third element. Is it clear? So this Dobereiner's law of triad, for example, first element is atomic weight A, second element atomic weight B, third element atomic weight C. So what is the Dobereiner's law of triad? We arrange the increasing order of atomic weight. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to the second element. Mean means A plus C is divided by 2. So that is the Dobereiner law of triads. Is clear? What I am saying, you understand? So what is the triad? A set of three elements having similar properties called triad. He was arranged the three elements increasing order of their atomic weight. The mean atomic weight of first and third elements is equal to the middle element. This is called Dobereiner's law of triad. For example, first element, unknown element, atomic weight A, second element, unknown, we don't know that is B, third element, unknown, that is C. Increasing order, A, B are increasing order, their weight is increasing order. So B atomic weight is equal to arithmetic mean of first and third element. This is called Dobereiner's law of triad. Dobereiner's law of triads. Is it clear? So let us discuss examples. So already you know some atomic weight 1 to 30 atomic weight already you know. So based on that 1 to 30 atomic weight you know. So based on that see. For example you can take first example first. You can take lithium, sodium, potassium. So its atomic weight, first example first one. Its atomic weight, lithium atomic weight how much? That is 7. Potassium atomic weight how much? That is 29. Okay, so 29 or 39. Okay, this is first element, this is second element. Sodium, we don't know that is. So increasing order. See, arithmetic mean, so mean atomic weight. So what is the Dobereiner law of triads? You was arrange the elements in the increasing order of atomic weight. The first and third elements, the mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to the middle element. That is called Dobereiner's law of triads. See, first and third arithmetic mean atomic weight 7 plus 39 divided by 2. How much? 46 divided by 2. That is 23. So what is the atomic weight of sodium? 23. Is it clear? This is first element. The second is third. Arrange the increasing order of their atomic weight. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element is equal to middle atomic weight. This is called Dobereiner's law of triads. Is it clear? And take second example. Let us discuss. So calcium, calcium, barium. So calcium it is atomic weight 40, barium 137. See, so we don't know this. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element, okay, that is equal to the middle atomic weight. So 40 plus 137 divided by 2. How much? 40 plus 137. So that is 7. That is 137, 40. 177 divided by That is equal to how much? That is equal to 8. And so 8, 88. So 177 by 2. That is how much? So this is 2 8 is 16. 2 8 is 16. 88.5. So 88.5 is there. So 88.5 is there. So that is atomic weight is 88.5. But so textbook is sum is given, a round figure is given. So after decimal point is there 0.5. So that is round figure is given. That is 88 is given. Round figure 88 is given according to your textbook. So many elements of decimal point is there. Not exactly. For example, hydrogen is atomic weight 1.001 something. Silicon atomic weight 28.00 something. Okay, like that. So exactly they are becoming a round figure. So 88 only. And coming to the another third example. So instead of 88.5, 88 only, not 88. Round figure. So in examination, you have to take the round figures only. Don't take the complete, including with the decimal point. Okay, round figure. And coming to the fluorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, so fluorine atomic weight. Already fluorine atomic weight. That is how much? 35.5. Iodine is 127. 127. Fluorine is 35.5. Iodine is 127. So the mean atomic weight of first and third element, that is equal to the middle element. So bromine atomic weight is how much? 35.5 plus 127 divided by. So calculate 35.5 127. So that is how much? 162.5. Correct? So 162.5 divided by 162.5. 162.5 divided by 2. Okay? 162.5. So atomic weight is, so 162.5 divided by 2. So it is becoming 2 8 16, 202 point. So that is 81.2. 81.25. 81.25. So 81.25. So 2 8 16. Okay, 2 1 2. 81.2. So what exactly this atomic weight is, that is become a 80. It is become a 81. Is it clear? So round figure, not exactly. Okay, so it is exactly when it is round figure 88, it is 81.25, but it is become a round figure. So 127. Iodine is 127 atomic weight, fluorine is 35.5, so 0.5. So 12. 162.5. 162.5 divided by 2. 2 8 16. 2 1 2. 81. So 0.2 2 4. 1. 2 5 10. 81.2. But exactly take a round figure either 80 or 81. So that is isotopes. Same atomic number and different mass is there. So that is isotopes. Okay, isotopes. So same atomic weight. So different atoms is there. Okay, same atomic number, different mass is there. That is isobars. Okay, same atomic number but different mass is there. That is isobars. But exactly your textbook is given 80 only. You can follow the 80 only. Is it clear? So this is the examples. So this is the Dobereiner's law of triads. So it is according to textbook. Here is 88.5 K, but here according to textbook 88 is given. It is 81.25, but according to textbook 80. You can follow this. So 81.25 or 80. You can follow 80. Is it clear? So this is the Dobereiner's law of triads and examples. So perfectly example this one. So that's why here is given is 80, here is 81.5. So here is given is we calculate 88.5, but here is given is 80. 88. That's why this Dobereiner's law of triad is not applicable all elements. It is applicable only some elements only. So that is the reason. So why it is failed? Dobereiner's law of triad. Limitations also is there, failures also is there. he was success, but fail. Where it is fail? Whenever calculated, you will get the 88.5. But here is given is 88 only according to text. But here is given 81. But here after calculation is 81.25. That's why it is fail to all elements. But for this molecule, lithium sodium potassium is correct one. Lithium sodium potassium is it is correct for Doberan's law of correct for this molecule, this elements. But for this elements it is fail. So it is given is 88, but here is given is 80. Okay, is it clear? So this is Doberan's law of trials. Doberan's law of trials. Is it clear? Okay. So next, so another scientist also was observed. Another scientist also observed, that is Newland's law octaves. So he also proposed one arrangements, elements are arranged in increasing their atomic weights like that. So that is what Newland's law of octaves. Newland's law of octaves. What is the Newland's law of octaves? So Newland's law of octaves. Newland's law of octaves. What is the Newland's law? Another scientist. So many scientists are their efforts. They are introducing so many elements. First scientist was observed Doberan's law of trials. Second, another scientist Newland's law of octaves. So what is the Newland's law of octaves? Octaves means octa. OCTA, octa. Octa means 8. Okay. So it was arranged the elements increasing order of atomic weight. He was arranged the elements increasing order of atomic weight. Every 8th element had similar property to the first element. What is the Newland's law of octaves? He was arranged the elements increasing order of their atomic weight. He was arranged the elements increasing order of their atomic weight. Every 8th element had similar properties of first element. So he was arranged the elements increasing order of their atomic weights. Every 8th element had similar properties of first element. Every 8th element had similar properties of first element. This is called Newland's law of octaves. Newland's law of octaves. See, he was arranged the elements increasing order of their atomic weights. Every 8th element had similar properties of first element. This is called Newland's law of octaves. Another scientist. What is the Newland's? Like musical scale. In musical scale, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Next comes sa. Like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th element sa. Musical scale is the sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. That means sa is what? Once again sa is there. That means every 8th element has similar property to the first element. Like musical scale only. So this first element, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So every 8th element had similar properties to the first element. Both are similar properties like physical and chemical properties. Okay, this is called Newland's law of octaves. Okay, but it is true only up to 20 elements. But it is true up to 20 elements. 20 elements means 20 elements atomic number is 20, up to 20 atomic number, up to calcium element. It is true only up to calcium elements. Okay, let us see lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and next neon is left. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silica, phosphorus, sulfur, fluorine, argon is left, and potassium, calcium. Atomic weight. So what is atomic weight? 7, it is 9, it is 11, it is 12, it is 14, it is 16, it is 19. And sodium is 23, it is 24, it is 27, it is 28, it is 31, it is 32, it is 35.5. And potassium is 39, calcium is 5. So atomic weights. Okay, atomic weights. Okay, so what is the Newland's law of octaves? So you was arrange the elements increasing order of their atomic weight. Every 8 element has similar properties as the first element. This is called Newland's law of octaves. It is true up to calcium. That means it is first element, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8th element has similar properties. Lithium. It was arranged like this. So that he left in neon also. He left in. Okay, so argon. So like this. Okay, he left some spaces. Okay, that's why it is up to application of calcium. Okay, every 8th element add. Okay, whatever. So lithium, beryllium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. 8th element is what? Sodium. Lithium, sodium are similar properties. Same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fluorine. Next, 8th one, potassium. Lithium, sodium, potassium all are same properties. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium all are same properties. But it was observed only up to calcium. More than 20 elements. That means more than 20 means atomic number. Calcium, it was not observed. That's why it is true only. It seems to true up to calcium element. Is clear? Only was observed only up to 20 elements. Calcium element. More than 20 elements it was not observed. Is it clear? Doberan's law of triad. Why it is Doberan's law of triads? Only it is applicable to some elements. Why? Because already chlorine, bromine, iodine. Why it is true? So in chlorine, bromine, iodine, so just calculated. So in chlorine, bromine, iodine you will get, so that is 81.25 will get. But our textbook according to that atomic weight of bromine 81. Like calcium, strontium, barium. So strontium will get 88.5, but 88 only is given. That means that's why it is failed to Doberan's law of triads. While Newland's law of octave fails, it is up to 20 and up to calcium. Is it clear? So it was arranged the increasing atomic weight. Every 8th element had similar properties as the first element. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. 8th element is what? Sodium. That means first and 8th similar properties. Lithium and sodium have similar properties. And coming to the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is 8th element. So it is first element. So these are had similar properties. For example, you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is both are had similar properties. This is called Newland's law of optics. Why Doberan's law of triad? Don't get confused. According to see in textbook, silicon is 29 is given. Not 29. This silicon is 28. Silicon is 28. Is it clear? Okay. So this is the Newland's law of optics. Is it clear? So just see this. If you have any doubts, just ask.